11 News starts with breaking news.
Steelers star center Maurkice Pouncey is hanging up his helmet. He announced he is retiring this morning. Pouncey played 11 seasons with the Steelers and is a 9-time Pro Bowler. He, of course, is close friends with Ben Roethlisberger, and the two vowed to stay in the game as long as the other. Here they are on the sidelines during the wildcard playoff loss last month. No decision yet on Ben's future. He has said he wants to keep playing.
And we are also following another developing story at noon. A local woman charged in the Capitol riot is set to get out of jail today.
Channel 11's Mike Holden has been outside the Butler County Prison all morning and joins us live with what he's learned. Mike?
Catherine and Gordon, good afternoon to you. It has been a very long morning, well now into the afternoon hour as we watch and wait for this suspect. We're talking all about Rachel Powell, this Mercer County mother of 8. We've been stationed right here in front of the Butler County Prison at this entrance. We moved over to the side. We've been out back. We're hearing that she could be coming out sometime soon. And of course, when she does come out, we're going to give her the chance to talk. We want to know what was going through her mind during this riot, what her official intentions were as she was trying to gain entry, and if she has any regrets moving forward. Now, here's some video from earlier this morning. Channel 11 camera was rolling as we waited for Rachel Powell's exit from the Butler County Prison. We captured these cars all pulling out at once from a side garage, but we're being told Rachel was not inside any of those cars. The Mercer County mom has become known as the Pink Hat Lady. She was captured in the crowds of people wearing that hat and using a large pipe to try to break through a Capitol window. Investigators allege she gave clear directions to rioters about how to take over the building. When the FBI eventually tracked her down and searched her home, they found weapons, ammo, duct tape, and rope. We told you yesterday a federal judge denied a motion by the government to keep Powell in prison. Government officials argued she was a flight risk, but her attorney stressed she never had a criminal record and she should be released. Now, we just got this quote from her attorney, so take a look right here. It says in part, quote, Rachel is grateful for the opportunity the court has afforded her to return to her family pending the outcome of this case. We look forward to reviewing the evidence that will eventually be provided by the government and to developing the best path forward for Rachel in connection with this serious matter. Now, out here live this morning, Powell will be on home detention with an ankle monitoring bracelet. So that means she will be at home with her 8 children. However, she is not allowed to leave Western Pennsylvania. We're going to continue to follow up with officials, check in with police, check in with people right here at the Butler County Prison. And if Rachel comes out here, we of course will break back in, but look for the latest live developments for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Butler, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
All right, Mike, keep us posted. Right now, a live look from the Channel 11 tower cam. Plenty of clouds right now, and the trend of below normal temperatures continues. We also have more snow in the forecast for the weekend.
Just what we needed. Meteorologist Jessica Faith tracking it all now in Severe Weather Center 11.
Yeah, we do have a good bit of snow coming our way. Now, today we have seen some flurries and some freezing drizzle. Right now on the radar, we're mostly quiet, mostly dry. The little bit of snow being picked up right now, mainly around Mount Pleasant and points off toward the southwest there around Redstone, and that is it. That's showing up this midday. We could see just a little bit more this afternoon, and then our attention goes to the weekend, where if you maybe have some early Valentine plans Saturday evening, could run into some snow, some pretty dicey conditions on the roads with a few hours of snow and freezing rain. That could make the roadways icy. A small chance for some snow on Sunday before you really ramp things up going into Monday and Tuesday. And I'm going to get more into that, but in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to break down the forecast for this weekend and let you know the best time to head out for Valentine's Day.
Jessica, thank you. Security cameras captured the moment. Watch this. A driver crashed their truck into a gas station in the Hill District, and police say this was no accident. They say the man was after money, but not from the cashier. Channel 11's Alyssa Raymond walks us through what happened.
A guy who works at the Sunoco says that he just turned around for a second to put something in this cooler when he heard a loud bang. He saw a truck right here and a man pulling at this ATM.
Surveillance cameras captured everything. Around 6 o'clock, you can see a truck smash right into the front of this gas station on Center Avenue in the Hill District. A man gets out and tries to lift the ATM. The driver managed to get back in his truck and drove off. Pittsburgh police found the truck on 5th Avenue in Uptown. They also located the driver and arrested him. Police say he appeared to be intoxicated.
No injuries inside the store. No customers or employees were injured. The suspect did have some minor injuries to his face, but other than that, no serious injuries.
The store, including the pumps, are closed while they clean and get the front of the place boarded up. They hope to have it back open later on today.
I spoke to a man who says that he called 911 after seeing this truck come flying through into this gas station. Hear from him later today at 5. Plus, what one employee told the guy trying to take this ATM that got him to back up his truck and leave. Reporting in the Hill District, Alyssa Raymond, Channel 11 News.
2 people were rushed to the hospital in McKeesport, and we're working to find out what happened. You can see a silver car here in this video. We watched as police looked over it, and then it was towed away. The scene was on Ohio Street just before midnight. We've confirmed 2 people went to the hospital and are now trying to figure out how they were injured. The Allegheny County Health Department is reporting more than a dozen additional COVID-19 related deaths. Health officials say they learned of 17 new deaths dating back to January 2nd. Some of the new cases were from the state's reporting system. The county is also reporting 252 new COVID cases. And later this afternoon, we expect another vaccine update from state health officials. You can look for developing details starting at 5 tonight on Channel 11 News.
As officials scramble to get the country vaccinated, there are new details and players getting involved. President Joe Biden says the U.S. is now on track to vaccinate 300 million Americans by the end of July. With so many areas still having shortages, there's growing concern about who gets the vaccine first. NBC's Tom Costello has more.
Pick any state, you'll hear the same complaint. People who are supposed to be able to get a vaccine appointment can't. During a visit to the NIH on Thursday, President Biden said his administration has focused on fixing a rocky vaccine rollout left by the previous administration, helping to establish more mass vaccination sites, and enlisting military personnel and healthcare veterans to put shots in arms.
We're now allowing retired doctors and nurses to come back and administer shots. We put hundreds of new vaccinators in the field and are lining up thousands more.
Mr. Biden now says the deals to add an extra 200 million doses, that's 100 million each from Moderna and Pfizer, those deals have now been finalized. And both companies say they will also deliver a previously promised order of 100 million doses by the end of May, a month earlier than expected. Still, at the moment, the most critical concern nationwide remains the limited supply.
We need more damn vaccines.
Maryland's Republican governor says he will bring it up at a White House meeting today. It comes after he joined the governor of Virginia and D.C.'s mayor in calling for the federal government to directly supply vaccines to the thousands of essential federal workers who live in the capital region.
They're out of vaccines. They're out of vaccines. We need more.
On the West Coast, a mass vaccination site at Dodger Stadium has closed for several days after Los Angeles ran out of its Moderna vaccine.
That our vaccine supply is uneven, it's unpredictable, and too often inequitable.
So far, about 35 million Americans have been vaccinated. Starting today, retail pharmacy chains will join the effort. In fact, big names, Walgreens and CVS and Costco, Publix and Kroger's, are all signing up to start putting shots in arms. It's going to start out slowly and then grow over the course of the coming weeks and months. But this is all part of the effort to get vaccinations into local neighborhoods as well. I'm Tom Costello in Washington. Back to you.
And Tom mentioned those big-name pharmacies in our area. Rite Aid is now giving vaccines. The appointments, they say, will be hard to come by at first, but the company hopes that will improve soon. To start, they expect at least 100 doses for every store that's participating, and you still do have to be eligible under state guidelines to make an appointment.
Mom and pop pharmacies are also giving out the vaccine, but facing some challenges. More than 1,000 people who were expecting to receive their second vaccine shot at a local pharmacy this weekend won't be getting it. The freezers at the Hilltop Pharmacy in Allentown are empty because of a shortage. Vaccine providers requested more than 700,000 doses from the state, but the state only has 166,000. And that forced Hilltop Pharmacy to postpone shots this weekend for 1,200 people.
No one is happy, but they're sad. People are waiting to put parents into long-term care facilities. People need these to go have surgeries that they've had planned for a while. We have patients who are in pain and off-putting pain shots and things like that because the vaccine can interact.
The shots that were scheduled for this weekend are being delayed until next weekend.
The New York Times is reporting that former President Donald Trump was sicker from COVID than was first revealed. The article claims he had extremely low blood oxygen levels, and staffers thought he would need a ventilator before he went to Walter Reed. 4 people allegedly familiar with his condition told the Times that the president's lungs became inflamed and filled with fluid. President Trump spent several days at Walter Reed back in October recovering.
Those in the state of North Carolina, I object.
The second impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump is now in day 4, and Trump's legal team takes over. They'll get up to 16 hours, but they're not expected to use all of that time. They are expected to again question the constitutionality of the trial. In their final day of arguments yesterday, House Democrats tried to make their incitement charge stick, warning senators that failing to convict former President Trump will have dire and lasting consequences. We could get a verdict as soon as this weekend.
Still to come this afternoon, a local mother nearly died giving birth to her daughter.
She's the reason I do everything I do.
The rare condition that put her on a painful road to recovery, and her message to other couples looking to start a family.
People are vulnerable at this time, you know. It's easy to fall for something like that.
Tricked by a fake Facebook page, how thieves are targeting local businesses and their customers.
We do have more snow on the way. Maybe you have plans for Valentine's Day. I'll break down the details and show you the best time to get out and about.
And don't mess with this lady. Why she tackled that guy right in front of cops. Up next.
Hundreds of people have messaged me saying, like, is this you? Oh no, I gave my credit card information. Like, what do I do now?
What looks like your favorite restaurant's Facebook page could be a scammer trying to steal your money. So here's what's happening. You go on Facebook to take advantage of a special giveaway, but that page is bogus. Channel 11's Amy Hudak found out how your information is being stolen.
There are 2 accounts, both claiming to be the same local pizza place. Same name, same cover photo, similar profile picture. But which one actually belongs to Leilulo's? Customers say it was so hard to tell, even they were duped.
I know hundreds of people have messaged me saying, like, is this you? Oh no, I gave my credit card information. Like, what do I do now?
Peyton McCune says she doesn't know how to make it stop.
If they're doing this to multiple people, then they're making out pretty well.
Scammers creating fake Facebook accounts, posing as her pizzeria, Le Lulo's and Plum, and targeting her customers.
People are vulnerable at this time, you know. It's easy to fall for something like that.
Le Lulo's has a huge following, nearly 8,000 fans. The restaurant known for its promotional giveaways. But right around Super Bowl Sunday, Le Lulo's bread and butter, hundreds of her customers entered a giveaway. But it wasn't McCune who responded on the other end.
It was somebody messaging saying, like, hey, you're a winner, this is what you want. It was the exact same pictures that I used, almost the same words. And then it would say, click this link to claim your prize.
The link asking customers to enter credit card information, and many of them did. One woman didn't even notice $100 was gone from her account until it was too late.
When something looks almost the same as what I was posting, I definitely get why people, you know, weren't questioning it.
Even after hundreds of customers reported the page and countless people put a stop on their credit cards, the impersonating page is still up and running.
It's frustrating. You go on the page and there's pictures of me on there, like of my actual self, and I mean, over 1,000 people have reported the page, and Facebook refuses to take it down, saying that it doesn't go against their community standards.
And Le Lulo's isn't alone. Hofstadt's in Oakmont, who's already been dealt a devastating blow with the loss of their owner, also falling victim, posting to social media warning customers not to be fooled. McCune says never give out personal information on social media. As an example, the business page has details like a phone number and address so you can call and pick up your orders. The fake page, on the other hand, has grammatical and spelling errors. As for those behind the screen,
don't take advantage of people that are already struggling. I mean, everyone's struggling. I struggle as a small business owner. You know what I mean? I'm fortunate that I do live in a good community that's supported me.
We reached out to the state attorney general's office to ask if they are aware of fake pages like this one that are circulating. Keep in mind, these are often federal crimes. They are very difficult to track down who's behind them, never mind prosecute who's responsible. Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
The city of Pittsburgh is working to expand a law that protects your right to wear your hair however you like. According to the Trib, city leaders are updating the Crown Act to include religious beards. The law passed last year to prevent discrimination against people with hairstyles that reflect their religious or ethnic background. Add country music couple Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood to the list of people quarantining due to COVID. On Thursday, Team Brooks posted this message on social media. Due to someone on their team testing positive for COVID-19 and out of an abundance of caution, Garth and Trisha are canceling everything and quarantining for 2 weeks. According to Brooks, the couple has been at their home on a Tennessee farm for the majority of the past year.
A man from New York is charged with selling fake N95 masks to healthcare workers. Nearly 2 million of those bogus masks were found in a warehouse. Inside all these boxes labeled 3M. The masks were being sold for more than $3 a piece, which is more than double a real N95 mask's price. Investigators say at least one healthcare system even paid more than $700,000 for these.
These heroes were confident that the precious PPE that they were wearing were crucial, life-threatening conditions that were being protected by these masks.
And investigators also found boxes of hand sanitizer and wipes in the warehouse, and now they're checking those to see if they're real.
The plane that slid off the taxiway at Pittsburgh International Airport has been removed. It was slowly towed away last night. And today we're getting a better idea of the runway conditions when the plane almost slid into a ravine. According to the FAA, the taxiway had patchy ice covered with dry snow at around 6 o'clock Wednesday night. Snow removal was in progress, but no specific treatment was shown for the area where the plane took that slide. We talked to the airport's former director of operations.
They put sand or any kind of liquid de-iced on half an hour before, an hour before. That's key.
The FAA is looking at when the taxiway was treated and whether the runway should have been closed.
There is some water flowing, but most of this waterfall near Columbus, Ohio, has frozen over, and Hayden Falls is wowing visitors. No kidding. The frozen wonder's 35 feet tall, Cold temperatures are expected to stick around heading into the weekend, and the conditions could keep the waterfall frozen for a while.
Your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
That was quite impressive, and we have freezing temperatures here. Factor in the wind. It feels colder, and here's the thing, the wind isn't even overly strong, but just a little bit of wind makes a difference, especially with temperatures this cold. So right now 24 feels like 18, that cloud cover holding on tight, sticking around, and we'll see a few flurries here and there throughout the rest of the day. Also cold, Butler, you feel like 14. That's your wind chill. And Somerset with a wind chill of 14 as well. Some are doing a lot better, not too much of a wind, so feel like actual temperature in Washington, 33 degrees. Throughout the day, again, we're keeping that cloud cover really mostly dry. We have had a few flurries here and there, and also some freezing drizzle will be here and there as we go throughout the rest of the day. Not very impactful. So maybe if you want to do some last minute Valentine's Day shopping this afternoon, not a bad idea. 30 degrees for the high, getting back into the 20s tonight. Now we increase our impact as more snow pushes into the area tomorrow. So I know a lot of folks may actually have plans going into this Valentine's Day weekend starting tomorrow. Sunday may actually be your day. And then I'm going to talk more about what to expect for the beginning of the new work week, not only about Monday, but Tuesday as well. That'll be coming up in the next half hour. Is shaping up to be kind of impactful for what we see right now with the forecast models. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what to expect. Again, that's coming up in just a little bit. But right now I'm going to go over this weekend. So Storm Tracker showing maybe a few more flurries here and there, maybe even some drizzle, some freezing rain at times, not widespread at all. Really looking good for the rest of this afternoon into the evening and nighttime hours, even as we start the day tomorrow. If you have breakfast plans or whatever your plans are during the first half of the day, you look good. Second half of the day, we introduce some snow back into the forecast. And again, you may want to save your plans for actual Valentine's Day because it's looking much more quiet. I'm going to show you that right now. Now we wake up Sunday morning, could have some flurries in the area, but really throughout the day on the quiet side. Looking pretty good. It's just going to be cold, so make sure to have your coats in hand. Temperatures will be in the 20s, struggling to reach that 30-degree mark. Maybe a few flurries, but overall the forecast is looking on the quiet side before we have much more snow on the way for Monday and Tuesday. And again, a lot of fine tuning with Monday and Tuesday, but I can go ahead and tell you right now that it is looking quite impactful. And again, on Saturday, we'll see some PM snow showers second half of the day that could aid in some snowy and icy conditions on the roadways. But we do keep the very cold temperatures, mostly below freezing for the highs. And as we go throughout the overnight lows into next week, that cold shot of air comes in quite strong. So the overnight low going into Tuesday will be 9 degrees.
They just took somebody's picture and posed as them.
Thieves taking advantage of people looking for love. How a local woman lost more than $500,000.
And here it is again, why this mother tackled a guy right in front of police.
The convention center is getting an upgrade. The Pittsburgh Sports and Exhibition Authority approved $9 million for various projects. They include roofing and waterproofing, landscaping, and electrical work. Construction should start next month while the center remains all but shut down due to COVID. It will take about a year to finish.
Texas mom steps in to take down a man who police say was peeping on her teenage daughter. Watch this. Police near Houston say the woman spotted. I love that. The 19-year-old peeking into her 15-year-old's bedroom. She called police, and when officers got there, the suspect took off. But as you can see from the police dash cam, he wasn't fast enough for mom.
I figured at least I could do if I got them down, tripped them up, whatever, then they, have a chance to get caught up. And the cop, fist bumped me, and he was like, "Hey, so I heard Texans are looking for a new linebacker."
The mom says her kids are her life, and hey, she was just protecting them.
And we have a few flurries today, snow this weekend, more snow as we start the next work week. I'm going to break down the details coming up.
Leading by example, the local agency in the spotlight for how well it's handling the race to vaccinate.
And stories circulating about people being vaccinated and dying within days. How health experts are responding as we separate fact from fiction.
Breaking now, the local woman accused in the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol just got out of the Butler County Prison. You see her right there, Rachel Powell, who's become known as the Pink Hat Lady for the hat she wore on January 6th, is now going to be on house arrest with an ankle monitoring bracelet until her trial. She did not say anything in her defense as she left the jail and got in that car right there. She just asked for people to donate to her legal fund. Investigators say she was seen on video using a large pipe to break through the Capitol window and shouting instructions through a bullhorn to other rioters about how to take over the building. We'll bring you more details as we get them.
Live look from the Channel 11 tower cam. Plenty of clouds, but no snow for now. A band of light snow moved through this morning.
And now the trend of below normal temperatures continues. Let's head back over to meteorologist Jessica Faith.
But as we know, the break in the snowfall will be short-lived. We'll have more this weekend. Not an overwhelming chance, but Valentine's Day, you should be good to go. Then our focus shifts to the start of the new work week. Here's Monday, and we're going to have this low-pressure system continue to increase our chances for snow and even icier conditions. Tuesday looks to be pretty widespread. So I'm really going to zoom into our area and really break down the chances coming up in about 15 minutes and give you some insight on possible impacts I see for our area.
All right, thanks, Jessica. As the race to vaccinate continues, stories about people dying after getting the COVID vaccine are spreading on social media.
But how true are those claims? 11 Investigates' Angie Moreski separates fact from fiction.
It is true there are reports of some people dying after getting the COVID-19 vaccine, but the question is whether the vaccine is causing those deaths. Social media posts have gone viral on several people dying after receiving the COVID vaccine, including a Miami doctor, seniors around the world, and most recently, an elderly man in New York. That's led to speculation the vaccine is causing the deaths. Those claims really accelerated when Baseball Hall of Famer Hank Aaron died after being publicly vaccinated, hoping it would encourage other African Americans to get the shot. But the 86-year-old's death was ruled due to natural causes, not the vaccine. And medical experts say in most of these cases, people are making a false connection.
For example, if you're vaccinating nursing home patients, there are some nursing home patients that are going to die within the week after vaccination, irrespective of whether they got that vaccine. So just because there's a temporal association, meaning a time association, you got a vaccine and you died, doesn't mean that there's a causal association, that the vaccine was the reason that you died.
The CDC does investigate when a death occurs after getting the vaccine. Rare allergic reactions are possible, but so far no deaths are reported. So it is false to assume recent deaths were caused by the vaccine. Okay, another big topic. Is it true you don't have to wear a mask if you get the vaccine? I asked our expert.
It is fiction now. It may become fact eventually. When more and more people are vaccinated, when we get closer to herd immunity, you likely will see the public health authorities relax those mask restrictions.
So the big issue here for why scientists still want you to wear a mask has to do with research. The initial vaccine studies only looked at whether patients got COVID symptoms, not whether they got asymptomatic cases. So studies are now underway on people who got the vaccine to determine if some are getting mild cases of COVID and don't have symptoms.
Most of us in the field believe this is a very unlikely possibility, that the vaccine is likely to provide an ability to decrease spread as well as decrease symptomatic disease.
So we will likely see that recommendation change in the coming months as we get more data. But unfortunately, at least for now, this is false. Even if you get the vaccine, medical providers still want you to keep wearing those masks just a bit longer. With your Race to Vaccinate Fact Fiction report, I'm Angie Moreski.
Great information as always, Angie. Thank you so much. Pennsylvania is using the success of local counties as an example on how to get more senior citizens vaccinated. Officials say Butler County's Agency on Aging has a 0% no-show rate, and that means that no one has missed their vaccine appointment. The agency has been taking calls and signing up seniors who also don't have internet access. The state is also highlighting Southwestern PA Area on Aging, which covers Washington, Fayette, and Greene counties.
We are seeing some good examples of how steady teamwork and collaboration at the community level can make a difference.
They're also working with its local PennDOT rideshare program to provide transportation. Seniors who are PACE card holders can call for help getting an appointment.
The FDA could be close to approving Johnson & Johnson's one-dose vaccine, and the single dose isn't the only way this new vaccine could change the fight against the pandemic. Each week, Pennsylvania receives about 175,000 first doses of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. But there's hope that number will jump if Johnson & Johnson gets emergency use authorization. Experts say needing only one dose will speed up the process, but here's what really sets it apart. The vaccine is easy to store. It just has to be refrigerated.
If the vaccine is easier to store, that changes that dynamic a lot, because you can get vaccine to those areas that may not have the medical infrastructure to store vaccine and make it more readily available. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
The FDA advisory panel will make a recommendation on the application at the end of the month.
A man's true best friend, a border collie, was named in his owner's will, and now he's a multi-millionaire. How much the dog inherited?
They posed. They just took somebody's picture and posed as them.
How a local woman lost more than $500,000 while looking for love. The FBI is warning about the financial dangers of online dating. This comes after a local woman lost more than $500,000. State police say a Washington County woman lost $600,000 in a catfishing scheme. That's when someone creates a fake account online, then lures someone into a relationship, and the victim then transfers money into the scammer's account. We talked to a Baldwin woman whose friend also lost thousands of dollars this way.
And was talking to some military men online that she had met on Facebook. They posed. They just took somebody's picture and posed as them.
The FBI recommends never giving away your financial information. Use only well-known dating sites and apps. And if you become suspicious, stop all communication and contact police.
The medical marijuana business is growing in Pennsylvania, and so is the Pittsburgh-based Healing Center. The company will build a growing and processing facility in Chester County by April, and after that, they'll open 3 more dispensaries in southwestern PA. The CEO told our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times at least 1 location will be in Robinson Township, and they also got permits to open 5 shops in West Virginia.
Legos are not just for building anymore. The toy company wants to teach children about empathy. They have a new interactive section on their website. Captain Safety teams up with 4 other heroes to show children how to be more supportive of each other while on the internet. They answer questions about situations meant to make them aware of other people's feelings, needs, and concerns.
Still to come this afternoon, she gave birth to her daughter and almost lost her life.
She's the reason I do everything I do.
The changing theories about a rare condition put her on a painful road to recovery.
The start of the next work week looks to bring widespread wintry precipitation across the area. I'm going to break down the details coming up next.
Welcome back on this Friday afternoon. The pandemic is causing, as we know, historic challenges in healthcare. And the crisis started during an already critical time for maternal health. 2 years ago, top doctors at UPMC told us that the country was seeing an unacceptable rise in pregnancy complications. But doctors told me we now have a unique opportunity to change them. These are the moments that keep Amanda Romanelli moving forward. Smiles and laughs with her daughter Mila and husband Mario. We first met Mario and Mila back in 2019. Amanda wasn't with us. She was in the hospital after suffering a rare and catastrophic complication during Mila's birth, an amniotic fluid embolism, or AFE. It means amniotic fluid enters the mother's bloodstream during childbirth and in many cases causes death. But experts at UPMC told me this condition is still very much a mystery and the theories are now changing.
Amniotic fluid does enter the circulation of lots of women in pregnancy as part of normal pregnancy. And the concept that it's amniotic fluid itself is probably an insufficient explanation for what the condition really is.
Amanda was given just 48 hours to live, suffered a stroke, and eventually lost her right leg.
You got this.
But 18 months later, Amanda is back home in physical therapy and fighting to one day walk again. And Mario hopes their journey will now lead to a broader discussion.
Maternal health in general, it's a real ongoing issue.
Pull it back.
Getting pregnant is a serious thing.
The medical community agrees. In 2020, Health and Human Services determined a woman dies every 12 hours from pregnancy-related complications in the U.S., and the majority are preventable.
And maternal death impacts Black women at twice the rate of many other racial groups. I spoke with Dr. Hai Simhan, Vice Chair of Obstetrical Services at UPMC Magee. And he says while the numbers are disturbing, there's an opportunity to turn the tide.
It feels like this could be our, in the 2020s, like our moonshot. We're focused on this. By understanding and narrowing disparities, we improve health for everyone, right?
Dr. Simhan says doctors traditionally have focused on conditions like blood pressure and diabetes, but now need to address access to care and the doctor-patient relationship, especially during COVID.
The healthcare environment is safe and can be safe, that preventive healthcare is important.
As for Amanda, she says she's determined to overcome her pregnancy complications and be there for her daughter.
She's the reason I do everything I do.
They're a family on a mission with an army of support by their side.
We can't thank people enough. It truly is, helping us, and our families are forever grateful.
And Amanda told me last night that she just found out that she has a second surgery coming up on her abdomen and will have to spend weeks in the hospital. If you would like to help the Romanelli family, you can donate to their GoFundMe page. We have a link up right now at WPXI.com.
Certainly wish them the best. There is encouraging news about the air we breathe. New studies show air quality in the Pittsburgh region improved over the last 10 years. The group called Pittsburgh Works Together says the area is near the top of metropolitan regions in the country when it comes to declining health of pollution. They say the region has a reputation it does not deserve.
We're in no way, shape, or form saying that the air in our region is perfect. We still have a lot of work to do. I think that's very clear. But the civic conversation and the headlines really do leave an impression that we believe is a wrong impression.
The report shows nitrogen dioxide from road traffic and other fossil fuel combustion processes is down an average of 45%.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Happy Friday. It's the Friday before Valentine's Day, and maybe you want to get in on some activities that you and your Valentine can have fun with, and maybe you want to go sledding, maybe skiing across the area. Temperature-wise, you should be good to go. We will be below freezing, and maybe a few flurries, some freezing drizzle, but overall looking quiet during the afternoon hours. So that should be fun if that's your plan. I went skiing a few weeks ago, and that was an experience. But maybe you're better than me, or maybe you want to go skiing this weekend. You're also looking good. I will say the earlier the better for Saturday. Later into the day, we have another system that will increase our chances for some snow showers. So just keep that in mind. Not only that, not only could it interrupt your plans, but your travel as well, including icy and snowy roadways being possible. The high 32 degrees overnight, also very cold in the mid-20s. And then Sunday, which is actually Valentine's Day, looks like the best day to head out and about. And I know that may be a busier day and you may want to do things a day early, but weather-wise, you're looking good with maybe just a few flurries, most of the day quiet. Still very chilly, so have your heavy coats in hand, or on rather, as you head out and about for your Sunday, your actual Valentine's Day. And then our focus shifts to the beginning of next week, Monday and Tuesday, shaping up to be kind of interesting weather-wise. We could really see impactful snowfall, some pretty impressive accumulations, still fine-tuning those details, but I do want you to know that we could have those snowy roads. Keep in mind, we do have some more snow on the way, a good amount, but nothing super impactful for Saturday and Sunday. But this could be very impactful on top of snow already on the ground. And of course, if any roads haven't been cleared efficiently, we could have more snow on top of that, including freezing temperatures. So keeping whatever precipitation falls down frozen, eating in those very dangerous slick spots. So this system will be moving from the deep south, moving toward the northeast, increasing our chance for wintry precipitation. And notice the time. This is Tuesday morning. So as you start your day heading out on the roadways, we could be seeing a good bit of snow coming our way. I'm going to show you that on Storm Tracker right now. Here's Monday morning, start of the new work week. We could be seeing some a wintry mix with Snow off toward the north around I-80 there. Around Pittsburgh could have a good bit of mix with the snow and the ice, and points toward the south could be seeing a mix maybe with some freezing rain. Now, freezing rain is still dangerous. Once it hits the surface, it freezes, turns into ice, so just keep that in mind. We keep that snow chance into the evening commute. And with this particular forecast model, it shows more snow building in overnight. Notice the brighter white, that's the heavier snowfall. That continues into Tuesday morning and a good bit of the day on Tuesday. Again, there is a lot of details to iron out as we go into the days ahead. So throughout the weekend, we will continue to give you the latest details. Check in throughout the weekend, throughout the different newscasts, even online on the app and on social media as we give the latest information, because Monday and Tuesday rather looks quite dicey.
We'll be watching. And now here's local steals and deals.
Hey, Lisa Robertson here, and I want to talk to you about something that I found to be really, really shocking. I was reading a statistic recently that 1 in 5 women are assaulted, and I was incredulous. I couldn't believe it, and it really scared me for a second. And I thought about my niece. She's going off to college. Oh, she's my heart. I think my 15-year-old niece, she, I can't imagine something happening to someone that I love. And I love this idea because it's something that I can give to them and something I can carry to really give me peace of mind and give all of us more safety. It's the Birdie personal safety alarm. And this is something you can keep on your keychain. So it comes in 5 colors, although I know the colors aren't the point. It comes on a great little brass keychain. You put it on your keychain, you carry it with you. And now if your daughter or your niece is going off to college, she's carrying it with her from class to class. If you like to go running, if you like to go hiking, if you're going to your car in the parking lot in the evening, you have this with you. This is a 130 decibel alarm and a flashing strobe light. Now, I'm going to pull this and it's going to be loud, but I'm going to cover it up so it's at least bearable because this is really, really loud, okay? It's kind of startling. All right, hold on. No one is going to miss that. This is peace of mind for you and the people that you love. This is one of those things that goes with you everywhere. You can keep one in your car, you can keep one on your keychain, but think about giving one to your mom. Think about giving one to your niece. Think about giving one to your daughter. Think about giving one to your son. He's off on a college campus. He works somewhere where he's going, back and forth a long way to the car. He likes to run. This is a personal safety alarm that everyone can use. I love that it comes in 5 colors, although again, I know that's not the point. I do love the fact that you can get it for 20% off right now on localsteals.com. It's a crazy, crazy time. We could all use a little more peace of mind, a little more feeling of safety and security.
polls suggest the local economic boom promised by the natural gas industry never developed. The Ohio River Valley Institute examined 22 counties that produce almost all of the region's natural gas, including Washington and Greene counties. The natural gas industry said a decade ago it could create 450,000 jobs in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio.
But federal data shows jobs in the 22 counties rose just 1.7%. And while natural gas production exceeded the nationwide totals, those counties lost income, jobs, and population compared to the rest of the country. And the report did not feature Beaver County, which has the ethane cracker plant being built by Shell. But the report said Beaver County would not have greatly altered the outcome.
This border collie in Nashville is now a millionaire. Lulu's owner loved her so much that he named her in his will. It reads, $5 million will be transferred to a trust to be formed upon my death for the care of my border collie, Lulu. Lulu is now living with a family friend who has no plans to buy a solid gold collar or anything, but will cover just the monthly expenses, except for the Bentley, to get the dog to the vet.
I'm available for fostering.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all for Channel 11 News at noon.
Have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day.